Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. This is Fant on the short completion. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Darnold now to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. It's Young on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On second down, Young again. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Panthers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Throwing, Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So here's a 3rd and 14. They go play action. Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. As they've got it as we resume action. Young's throw there complete to Myers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Young, he's going to change it up. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that third and short? I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those third down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Young now. And he's got it. Touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone. Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards. He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet? And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it. And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Red cycle.
Young to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Young. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. It'll be Young again. Throw right side taken by Sanders. 2nd and 6. Now Young. Open man is Myers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard trying to run inside, but nothing there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Young with it, 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of the
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Young will set to throw. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Young to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Here's Darnold. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Swinging this out for Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now here's Young. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Finding space at the 40. Still going. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Tried to give it to the first man through on 3rd and goal, denied.
Yeah, how about how they sold out on that play? Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game, and they had everyone tracking the football.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bryce Young with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Panthers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And Young's going to throw for this. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pollard to return from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Darnold on first down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Push him back. Hey, watch it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Switch. Watch the safety creep. Hey, I got it.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here comes 2nd down. Young to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Young. That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Again, Walker. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here